everybody, welcome to the fun sport of agility. Now that you and your dog have formed a canine team, there's a lot for you to consider. There's rules, there's regulations, there's procedures, but number one is safety. All athletes put safety first. Agility is a very physical sport. You need to run, you need to turn quickly. Your dog needs to jump 20 or more jumps, all in a very short time. Injuries are possible, and it's up to you, the handler, to make sure that both you and your canine partner are physically fit, in shape, and that everything is set up properly so that you have a good, safe run. When competing with your dog in any agility venue, they will be measuring your dog to make sure that they are jumping at the proper height. If you end up jumping your dog at a height that is too high, that's very dangerous for your dog. So we need to measure your dog appropriately, jump him at the appropriate height. This video will help you determine how to measure your dog and determine the proper height. Usually it's a judge or measuring official that will measure your dog before each trial. But it's a good idea to have your trainer or your instructor to measure them periodically to make sure that you're jumping the proper height while you're practicing. You can help your dog by getting them used to the measuring procedure. Make sure your dog is used to strangers touching them. The measuring official will act slowly and calmly, but they will need to touch your dog's head, dog's back, and may often need to lift them into position. Also, they'll use a measuring device. Usually they use a PVC wicket. So get your dogs used to having something placed on their back. Take plastic tubing, a light metal rod, or a wooden dowel, and just gently place it on their back so that they can remain calm and comfortable during the whole measuring process. To properly measure your dog, the judge or measuring official will use a flat surface. It may be the floor or it may be a table if you have a smaller dog. You should put your dog on the flat surface and put him into a stand position. Put him as naturally as possible so that he's in a comfortable position that he does not want to leave. He must stand on his own. You may not hold him. However, you can use treats or a toy to keep him in this position. They will then take a wicket and place it over your dog at the withers, which is again between their shoulder blades. If the wicket does not touch the platform, he may not jump this height. He is too tall. So they will go to the next wicket. Place that over the withers. When it touches the floor appropriately and the withers clears the top of the bar, that will determine the proper jump height. Rocky here will jump 8 inches. The Wisconsin 4-H program has 4 individual jump heights: 4-inch, 8-inch, 12-inch, and 16-inch. These are all very lenient for the safety of your dogs. Your dog will be measured every day before each trial. The 4-inch class is for dogs that measure 10 inches or shorter at the withers. The 8-inch class is for a dog that's taller than the 10 inches, but shorter than 14. The 12-inch class is for dogs that are at least 14 inches, but not over 18 inches. If your dog is over 18 inches at the withers, it will jump 16. If you already have a dog that is jumping 16 and he's much taller than the 18-inch wicket, you may not even need to have your dog measured at all. Besides your dog's height, you need to also watch his weight. You should never have an athlete that's overweight. Sometimes it's hard when they get older, or if they don't get enough exercise, they tend to naturally become overweight. So if you have a dog that's 7 years or older, or doesn't get a lot of exercise and is starting to get a little overweight, have them evaluated. You may want to jump at a lower height. Check with your instructor or your trainer to help you make this decision. It is also not good to change the height that your dog is jumping too often. They get used to a certain stride when they run, and if you change the jump heights too often, they could leap at a different time, which would cause an injury. Anytime you think your dog may be injured, you make sure to have them checked by a veterinarian. Watch if they refuse a lot of obstacles, if they knock a lot of jumps, or even if they're limping. If they do have an injury, make sure they're recovered before you run any type of agility. Start slow, start at a lower height, and then work up to the proper height. You can always call the Family Dog Center at 608-779-3647 to get more information on measuring your dog or to buy a set of measuring wickets. We want to thank Lori Hockey, Charlene Middlestead, and Peter DeClute for helping to put this video together. We're very thrilled and excited that all of you are going to participate in agility, and we hope all of you have a fun, safe run with your dog.